Hello, Lucas Nation fans. Welcome back to another exciting podcast show here today with your host, Kennedy Lucas. This is the Lucas Chat Podcast season finale. Hopefully, you guys are ready for this one. This one is going to be really, really good and awesome because the season finale, unfortunately, for the terms of events, Tyrus Lester will not be joining us with the season finale this weekend. He is out of town, so he won't be able to come on the podcast today, but he's listening in, and he's going to be coming back with his own podcast segments, coming up with the next season for the summer. So, Tyrus, hopefully you're having a good, fun time out of town, and we'll look forward to see you back in the office. Summer season time. So it's just me flying solo here today. Kennedy Lucas is the host here today, Lucas Chat Podcast. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are ready for another exciting season of the podcast coming up in the summer. We have a lot of good things coming out for you guys. K.L.P Entertainment is rolling this summer with so many ideas and so many thoughts. Of course, today is May 8th is today's date. Of course, May 12th is my birthday. I am so excited because I'm turning 21, for those of you who don't know. I hit the big 21. I can't wait for that. That's not the purpose of this segment. May 16th is when we're going to be announcing and releasing the Vibe album from yours truly, Kennedy Lucas. The album called Vibe from Kennedy Lucas, me. The album's going to be out next Tuesday. Who's ready? Comment below if you're watching this via YouTube, even SoundCloud. Comment below. Let me know. Are you ready for this new podcast? Are you ready for the new album? You ready for just new stuff to come? I cannot wait for it. We have a lot of good things coming up this summer. Of course, we have, the real RAs of GGC in production this summer. Of course, it's going to be out for fall. I cannot wait for that project because that's going to be really fun. I'll be around on campus for the summer, and we're going to be filming that. We have some creative writers, like my brother. Actually, he is coming on to stepping up to the plate and coming on to the show, and he's going to be doing some creative writing for me for that as well. So I can't wait for that. Funny reality series that's going to be really, really awesome for K.L.P Entertainment. And of course, I might be doing a vlog coming up really soon, live in Florida. I don't know so much about it. We can announce it today, but it could very most likely change depending on a lot of things. So doing a vlog segment live from Florida. I'm going to be doing a weekend vlog live in Florida, and maybe I'll tackle on a podcast to talk about Florida if I go to Florida. So again, it's speculations. Right now it's speculations. We can't really say too much about it, but it could happen. So today, the purpose of this season finale, I tried to make something really, really awesome for this. And of course, we talked about this sort of thing on the weekend vlog a couple weeks ago. But of course, I did say we were going to do a podcast over it, and we chose to do it for the season finale. As most people know, I'm a huge Sega fan, and a lot of anticipation for this holiday for Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, I'm a huge Sonic fan. I grew up with it. Back in I would have to say 99 because I was born in 96, so I didn't really know anything in 96 because I was like, months old, and in 97 I was like 1 year old, so I really didn't know much. So I want to say about 2000, 2001, 1999 era, I sort of knew about Sonic. I had played the first Sonic game for Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Back in the day, good times. We played that a lot. Now it is 2017, and all eyes are on this new game called Sonic Forces. So I'm ready. This game most likely might be on our game of pre-order list. I want to say I have a couple of games that I want to pre-order. Of course, pre-order kind of comes with money and time, but Sonic Forces is this new thing that's coming out, and I can't wait for it. We don't know a exact release date. We just know that late 2017, during the holidays, it's going to be sort of announced. So Sonic Forces is an upcoming platforming video game in the Sonic the Hedgehog series developed by Sonic Team. Thank God. Again, I have to say that because Sonic Team, they made some good games, and finally they're coming back with this new concept. They're coming back with this new style, a new character, and just new style. I can't wait for it to come out as well. I can't wait to see what they choose to develop in this. Hopefully they really think long and hard. So because back in 2000, I would have to say 16, 15 era, Sonic Team, Sega, they haven't made any really awesome good Sonic games lately in the past 4 years, I want to say, of running operation. So I can't wait to see what elements they're going to come back. They're scrapping the whole Sonic Boom era. They might keep up with the TV show, maybe, but they're scrapping the whole Sonic Boom era, and then they're trying to go back to the roots, because that's what die-hard fans want. They want to go back to their roots for the fans, so they can regain and recollect their fans and regain their money that they lost. They lost so much money within the last 4 years, to be completely honest. Now they made some good side notes, like a little app games on your phones they made, and of course they made a little bit of commission out of it. But Sonic Forces, we're all believing what could be really tremendously awesome. So Sonic Team, I can't wait to see what they develop. They made so many good hits, so they're trying to go back to that route. Of course, the game will be published by Sega for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I will be getting the Xbox One version, and of course, Inspiron Gaming will be doing live coverage of unboxing the game, putting it in, installing, and doing some gameplay. So we're gonna do a whole live stream segment of that night. It's gonna be really awesome. I can't wait for that. It was first announced as Project Sonic 2017 in July of 2016. The game is scheduled for a worldwide release in late 2017. When I first saw the trailer, and I thought to myself, like, okay, two good games, Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. I played both. Both of them was fantastic. I love both of them. I was eager to see, okay, what's this, you know? A lot of people thought it was going to be called Sonic Resistance. Now, that would have been a good name for it. It would have been a good name. It would have been sort of edgier, sort of catchier. But then they came up with Sonic Forces. I wanted to go down to the logo. The logo doesn't look too half bad. I said it in the weekend vlog show, but I want to say it here on the season finale of the Lucas Chat podcast. The logo it doesn't look that bad. I don't really get the whole star thing on the far right. Maybe that serves a purpose into the game. If they were to just take away the star, I think it would have been really good that way. But I guess that's just part of the art style of the game. The logo, it looks edgy. It looks very edgy. I can picture this game to be more edgier than most Sonic games that's been published out. So I cannot wait to see the cover art. Of course, some people are going with a digital download when this game come out. I'm going to 2 stores in GameStop to pick the game up, because I'm a huge box cover art collector. Most of my games, I have a physical copy, and I have them in their cases because I like the cases. It's a form of art, it's a form of style. It's part of collecting too. So in my house, I have it where I have a whole section of them, and it's bundled together, and I have it. I have to collect it in the art box. So I can't wait to see what the art is going to look like into this game. Here's a little bit of description gameplay for you. As with the Sega Team previous main series titles, Sonic Generations, this game will contain 2 varies of the Sonic the Hedgehog modern Sonic as he revealed form that was first introduced in Sonic Adventures, and the classic Sonic. The design featured more prominently in the earlier Sonic games of the Sega Genesis. It's been said that classic Sonic is coming back from new moves such as Sonic Mania. So Sonic Mania, of course, we did a podcast over that, Lucas Chat Podcast, Road to Sonic Mania. That's going to be in the link description below. They're developing some new styles, some new moves for classic Sonic and Sonic Forces from Sonic Mania. So you're going to see a lot of that if you buy and collect Sonic Mania, and then you get Sonic Forces. You're going to see a whole bunch of moveset styles for that from classic Sonic from Sonic Mania. So that's going to be really awesome. In the game story, the series antagonist, Dr. Eggman, of course, has successfully conquered the world. Has he now? You know, they say that in almost every Sonic game that's coming out. Has he really conquered the world this time? We'll see. With this gigantic robot series laying the waste to cities to further his conquest. And the 2 Sonics, aided by a resistant force, it talks about that third character added aided by the resistant force. That might be something there, that might be the third character description just by reading that here in my notes. So hopefully, this third character has a good gameplay. I can't wait to see what the character is going to look like. Anticipation's going on. Must united to end Eggman's reign. Other characters such as Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and the Chaotix. I was so ecstatic to hear that the Chaotic team will be on here. My favorite, other than Sonic, my favorite is Espio because he's the cool guy. He's like the cool ninja. He's like the cool character. He's just very sly. I like his character. They will make a non-playable appearance. That kind of stumped the roll there when they said that these characters are non-playable. It kind of concerns me a little bit. I think they're gonna add a multiplayer platforming style to the game, but it would have been awesome to play as other characters from the series that in previous games back in the early 2006 they were playable, but now they're not even playable. They're now, for the past 6 years, these characters just made an appearance in the game. They're not even playable, and it kind of bums me out a little bit. Except for if you can, maybe Sonic Boom, maybe Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, they were playable in Sonic Boom, but that's besides the point. Playing within the past 5 years, playing the modern characters, they're just not doable anymore. I don't know what Sega's doing about that, but it's just not. They're offering support and advice to Sonic via radio communication. Kind of reminds me of Sonic Lost Worlds when they had to do that. It reminds me of that. Sonic Forces feature similar gameplay to that of Sonic Generations. Modern Sonic's stages are based on a three-dimensional movement. Thank God they went back to their roots because I love that. Like that of Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. With Sonic capable to use techniques such as boosting and the homing attack, of course, classic move, while classic Sonic stages will feature 2D side-scrolling gameplay. Not too bad. I loved Sonic Generations. Similar to the original Genesis titles, a currently unknown third playable character with their own gameplay style will be also featured in the game. So we just don't know what this third character's moveset is. We just don't know. And Sonic Team, they're really, really good about letting us having a anticipation on that. I think we're going to see a little bit more for E3. Of course, me and Tires both are going to be covering podcast coverage of E3. I'm thinking I'm going to do Xbox this year. I know I did PlayStation last year's podcast, but this year I'll be covering Xbox One, and Tyrus, he's going to be covering PlayStation 3. We're going to do a recap of E3. Can't wait to do that. We were thinking about doing a live stream, but I don't think that's going to float really well due to copyright, but it's okay. It's okay. Development for Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces is being developed by Sonic Team right now as we speak. The same team that has currently developed Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, with the development headed by a long-term Sonic series producer, and I mess up his name, Takashi Iizuka. He's one of the top producers with Sonic and Sega. The title began in 2013. Ooh, that's a long time. Shortly after the completion of Sonic Lost World, Sonic Forces will run on the Hedgehog Engine 2. New engine. Can't wait to see what this new engine sort of looks like. We sort of got a glimpse of the gameplay, of course, but to see the full-blown finished game, and when they're absolutely finished and it's in stores, you really get to appreciate that new engine that they're talking about. A redefined version of the game engine used in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. This game's soundtrack will be composed by series sound director Tomoya Hotani. He was really good in a lot of games. He did all of the Sonic music from the game, instrumental wise. So we can't wait for that. So again, we can't really wait for that as well for Sonic Forces. Of course, you can expect a lot of gameplay, a lot of big news, hopefully for E3 2017. Of course, we're going to do some recaps of that coming up really soon in the next season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast right now for Sonic Forces. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There's our spiel for today. Hopefully, what are your thoughts? Lucas Nation fans, comment below. What are your thoughts for Sonic Forces. Are you happy about it? Are you disappointed? Are you ready for it? I'm really ready to see what they can bring in. Hopefully, Sonic Team and Sega, they can bring their A game with this, because it's been long overdue for a new exciting game that fans are actually excited for this game as well. So please stay tuned for the podcast coming up late May. So of course we're gonna do a season premiere for May coming up really soon. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. As of right now, I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.